Coverage you can count on. Way 31 News at 10 starts now.
It is the very worst I've ever seen.
2 employees share their concerns over conditions at Limestone Correctional Facility. Our exclusive investigation finds staffing shortages are leading to major security issues.
It's a way that we can at least say thank you in some small manner.
Council members approve a one-time payment for city retirees, where the funds for the big cash bonuses are coming from.
And the radar is not quiet yet, but I'm expecting a cold front tonight. That's going to change things up for your Friday forecast.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Dan Schaefer.
And I'm Nicole Williams. Our top story tonight, serious security lapses left unchecked. 2,300 inmates, often being guarded by fewer than 30 officers. All of this happening inside the state's largest prison that sits here in North Alabama. Only Way 31's I-Team has the internal ADOC staffing requirements documents at Limestone Correctional Facility, something the department does not want you to see. And now we're learning the reality is much worse than we even thought. Senior reporter Matt Kroschel with our exclusive investigation tonight on the critical staffing issues. He's also exposing serious lapses in security at the facility.
It's not a matter of if someone is going to escape or if an officer or a contract worker is going to be killed. It's just a matter of when.
We are protecting this ADOC employee's identity because he says leadership is actively trying to figure out who is exposing information they don't want you to know about. Current staff members detailing security lapses caused by the critical staff shortages and an aging facility where some vital security elements are not always functioning properly. The mandatory patrols around this prison's exterior fence call for 2 staff members in trucks driving the perimeter 24 hours a day. But sources telling me they're struggling to staff just 1.
Limestone is in a dire need of assistance at this point, and no one is willing to give us assistance in the higher levels of our department. They don't want to give us assistance. It's almost like they want us to get hurt or they want us to fail. It's just getting scary.
After reviewing ADOC's own internal staffing minimum standards, they require at least 32 staff members on a given shift. But according to staff, the reality routinely is less than 18, including supervisors. What does that look like on the inside? Well, it leaves only 1 guard for more than 200 inmates in each dorm unit when there should be 3. And perimeter posts go unmanned.
How we're even operating is beyond me for now. We're at the inmates' mercies. I mean, honestly, when they decide that they want us out of the way, there's nothing we can do to stop them. When you talk about 12 to 18 officers on any given night being there to work, or during the day, 20, 25 maybe, there's not enough of us to cover 2,300 inmates.
I'm Matt Kroschel, Way 31 News.
Way 31 brought these troubling allegations to ADOC for a response and requested a sit-down interview with Commissioner John Hamm. This was the response we received. The Alabama Department of Corrections considers any reports on security staffing numbers to be a serious security risk. This information is restricted to maintain a safe and secure environment for staff, inmates, and the public. Commissioner Hamm also gave us this statement. It says, quote, ADOC is passionately committed to recruiting and retention efforts, and our on-site hiring events are critical to those efforts. We have a coordinated marketing and advertising strategy to promote these events through all media platforms. At 10:03 now, as we take a look at our tower cam, courtesy of Thompson Roofing and Construction, a couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms slowly moving out of our northwestern counties.
Meteorologist Olga Breeze joins us now. Olga, can we expect to see some sunshine heading into the weekend?
We can. I think the second half of Friday is going to be kind of that preview for what to expect as we move into Saturday and Sunday. Right now, the front has not yet passed, so I'm still tracking some of these spotty showers and storms. A few heavy downpours, even with some lightning associated with them, are in and around the area, but they are starting to dissipate. I think by midnight, many of us will be in the clear. Right now, we're looking pretty good at Decatur, where we have 75 degrees, but overall, these temperatures are going to hover into those lower 70s by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. There will be a mix of sun and clouds on your Friday morning. But as we move on into that afternoon, we're going to see less humidity behind the front and, yes, a lot of sunshine, not only Friday afternoon and evening, but also into Saturday and Sunday. I'll be back to tell you what to expect for the remainder of the weekend, temperature-wise, and what we're going to see next week as well.
Thanks, Olga. New at 10, retired City of Huntsville employees are getting a big cash bonus paid for with taxpayer dollars. WAAY 31's Nicole Zedek joins us live from outside City Hall, where Huntsville City Council approved nearly $1 million to go towards those retirement bonuses. Nicole.
Yeah, Dan, it's a one-time payment made possible by a bill passed in the most recent legislative session that gives state employees a retirement bonus and allows municipal governments to opt in as well. And tonight, Huntsville voted yes.
These folks have worked real hard for the city and their expenses have gone up.
If we are out there trying to compete with the private market like we are right now, and if, as the mayor said, we can't compete in pay, but we can compete in benefits. We need to make sure those benefits are at the top that we can possibly afford.
Council members Bill Kling and Francis Akridge sponsoring a resolution which gives a one-time bonus to all retired city workers in the state's employee retirement system. $2 for every month served, which, depending on the employee, could be a $300 to $1,000 bonus.
If we're a great city, and we are, I think we owe a lot to what the retired employees have done to get us to where we are now.
But not all council members were on board with spending $1 million on retirement bonuses.
I'm not sure it would be a wise thing to do.
The mayor even weighing in.
I would say to council, be very, very careful with your dollars right now.
Especially because it's not just their dollars.
We're spending not only the money for these retirees, but we're also spending money that is our taxpayers' money that is sitting out there.
In a 4-1 vote, the council passed the resolution, bringing a big bonus for retired employees.
Business 101, take care of your people.
Under the bill from the state legislator, authorities have until August 31st to vote to opt into that one-time retirement plan. Retirees can expect that bonus in October. Reporting live in Huntsville, Nicole Zedek, WAAY 31 News.
Thanks, Nicole. A few months ago, Huntsville City Council discussed a similar one-time bonus for current city employees funded with money from the American Rescue Plan. However, at the time, council members thought the economy was too volatile and voted not to give current employees that bonus.
I recommended a 2% cost of living for all employees. Like I say, we try to give them something every year.
Morgan County employees will soon get some extra cash in their checks, so they're getting a cost of living increase. It's under a new budget approved by the commission this week. The commission also recently approved a resolution to keep the cost of insurance premiums for employees the same. The commission president says the county has kept the insurance premium steady for the last 14 years. New data shows the state's working population will shrink in the coming years. The Public Affairs Research Council of Alabama estimates over the next 18 years, the working age population will drop more than 50,000. Officials say it's due to a significant size gap between older and younger generations in the state. And they point out the shrinking of the workforce could be tapered by an influx of working age people from other states.
The number of Americans claiming unemployment benefits last week rose to the highest level since November. Applications for jobless aid climbed 262,000 for the week ending August 6th. Unemployment claims are proxy for layoffs and are often seen as an early indicator of where the job market is headed. So far this year, hiring in the United States is remarkably strong and resilient in the face of rising interest rates and weak economic growth. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen is warning the Internal Revenue Service against using funds from the Inflation Reduction Act to audit households that make less than $400,000 a year.
And the critics of the $80 billion act say it'll allow the IRS to target middle-class families and small businesses. Now, the new funds for the IRS are expected to collect $124 billion in tax revenue over the next decade.
Well, for the third year in a row, the U.S. Postal Service plans to raise prices during the peak holiday season.
The increases will range from 25 cents to $6 per package. The Postal Service says the temporary price increase will offset rising delivery costs. They'll go into effect on October 2nd and last through January 22nd. A move from the DOJ to release more information on the Mar-a-Lago raid. The surprising announcement that Attorney General Merrick Garland made today.
The search for a missing mother from Decatur comes to an end. The next steps of the investigation into the death of Taylor Haynes.
Some of us will wake up to a mix of sun and clouds, but by about 8 o'clock, we'll have full sunshine and, yes, tracking some milder temperatures in the forecast.
A days-long search for a 25-year-old Decatur mother comes to a heartbreaking end. Just a few hours ago, the Morgan County Coroner's Office confirmed remains found near a home in Trinity are those of Taylor Haynes. Now, that home on Seneca Drive is the last known place Haynes was seen. Two people who live in that home were detained while investigators worked on foot. As of this report, no arrests have been made.
Really, now we've moved into interviewing them further. Just because they were some of the last people to see her, and they were at the residence where she was last known to be. So the investigators will continue to talk to them.
An autopsy will be performed to determine the cause of death. Investigators are hoping it will reveal more about exactly what happened. A person of interest, Marlon Phillips, is in custody in connection to a woman's murder in Tuscumbia. Police say 33-year-old Jennifer Parrish's body was found in a home on Monroe Drive this morning. Investigators say it appears she was stabbed to death. 2 schools were briefly put on lockdown early in the investigation. Again, Phillips is in custody, but no charges have been filed at this point. Tuscumbia police say this remains an active investigation.